Well, this is day 13 of my psalm reading series. And I am at verse 1 of Psalm 13. How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I take counsel in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all the day? How long shall my enemy be exalted over me? Consider and answer me, O Lord my God. Light up my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Lest my enemies say I have prevailed over him. Lest my foes rejoice because I am shaken. But I have trusted in your steadfast love. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me. So kind of a short one today. Sorry, I was just playing outside. I'm kind of sweaty. Yeah, I noticed David in the beginning, he asked how long 4 times. This isn't a question like how long. This isn't a question as much as it's just it isn't a question of information, but it's just David expressing his despair in a very human way. If this psalm were instead say a sermon, it would speak against the fact that the Lord hides himself from us, or that the Lord in any way would abandon us. But instead it's really just describing David's feeling, and I feel like it's very relatable that sometimes we can feel abandoned even if we objectively aren't. And yeah, in verse 2, how long shall my enemy be exalted over me? This is kind of a callback to Psalm 12 of yesterday, where it says in verse 8, on every side the wicked prowls, vileness is exalted among the children of man. So he's asking a very similar, or saying a very similar thing, in that the world still exalts vileness and evil above godly ways. And so yeah, just like callback. But I mean, the world is still very much this way, and this is just expressed in a different way. But in verse 5 and 6, it ends on a very positive note. It says, but I have trusted in your steadfast love. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me. Dealt bountifully. It's very interesting that he says that, because bountiful, God gives back exceedingly abundantly, more than like the heart could think or ask for. And so if we trust God through our trials, if we trust God in the wilderness, in the valley, in the same way that we trust God on the in the spiritual, like in the times of our lives in which we have like spiritual highs, then he will deal bountifully with us as well. And so the point of this psalm, I think, is to trust in God in whatever situation you're in. Even if you're on the verge of despair, much like David was, you still need to trust in God, and have like a covenant of trust with him. And trusted specifically in his steadfast love, a love that will not forsake nor abandon you. Anyway, kind of a short one, but thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.